So what is it today?
Salad.
I don't think she's trying to show you something.
I think she's trying to kill me.
Can you blame her?
I'm between having to look after the baby and having to work, I guess she just doesn't have time to make my lunch.
That's rough.
Things might be better if she just didn't have to work, you know?
Oh, I know.
Well, you know what really bothers me, though?
Hit me.
These fucking feminazis.
Bloody spot on.
Why can't we just let women be women?
That's what they are.
And, I mean, sure, sometimes it would be nice to just come home to a house that was tiny.
Oof. The smell of beef roasting in the oven.
Crisp cold beer just slides into my hand.
So she does want to work, though.
I mean, she says yes, but then again, you know, women...
They don't know what they want.
Oh. But...
Well, they are people too, right?
Sorry?
I mean, women are people.
Sure.
Well, what you're suggesting is an example of structural functionalism.
Structural what?
Oh, it's the idea that it's necessary, even good, to use the levers of larger social and cultural institutions to shape the binary gender roles that make society function.
Right.
But this is at odds with the essence of personal liberty that is the bedrock of our society. I mean, people can't merely be functions of some larger machine, but at the same time retain their right to live their life as they want. I mean, that's a fundamental contradiction.
So what you're saying, it's wrong of me to expect my wife to make me my lunch because she's a woman.
That is one way of looking at it.
Where'd you read this?
On the internet.
Fucking internet.
You know what bothers me, though?
You know I want to hear it.
Fucking doll bludgers.
Oh, mate.
I mean, why is it that we work our asses off day in, day out, putting in overtime, breaking our backs,
Just to put a crust on the table.
and then these useless pollies take half my money and give it to those lazy cunts just because they can't be bothered to make an effort?
Where's the fairness in that?
I mean, why even bother?
It's true. But, well, it's not exactly a new problem, is it?
What is it?
There's been poor people throughout every era and every civilization of history.
Yeah, bloody loaf.
If it's inevitable that there's always going to be a portion of the population affected by poverty, rather than shame and blame them, wouldn't it be a better idea to give them a chance to become valued members of society?
Okay, and what about the ones who don't? What about the ones who want to sit around in their freckle and do bugger all on my dime?
Well, I'm not saying that those people do not exist. But wouldn't you rather them be at home than with a knife or trying to steal your car?
So what you're saying is desperate people take desperate action. And it's actually in my own interest to give them opportunities and hope.
That is one way to look at it.
Where did you hear about all this?
On the internet.
Fucking internet.
Fucking internet. You know what the real problem is, though?
What?
You know what makes me really fucking angry?
You know I want to know.
It's those boat people.
Mate,
Am I right?
on the money.
They come from these shithole countries. They clutter up our streets. They disrespect our laws.
Then go back home if you don't like it.
I'm not racist.
Why would anyone think that?
I just think we should stay in our own ways in our own countries. Because we're better than them.
It's just plain common sense.
But
Well, it's just the other day I was reading about this thing called empathy.
empathy.
It's when you try to imagine how you would feel if something that happened to someone else happened to you.
Try again.
Let's just say you and Kate and the baby were born somewhere corrupt and violent. You know, somewhere where there's no work, no stability, no safety, just fucking corruption everywhere. wouldn't you want to live somewhere else?
I'd want the best for little Jack, yeah.
Exactly. See, wouldn't you do just about anything to give your boy a shot at the good life?
But, I mean, just because you want something that someone else has doesn't mean you get to go take it.
No, I'm not saying it is, mate, but empathy can help you understand. And understanding is the first step toward healing.
Empathy, you reckon? Where'd you read that?
On the internet.
Oh, right. Fucking internet.
Geez, that climate change is raw though, isn't it?
Oh, you're telling me!
Bloody greeny do-gooders trying to wreck the economy.
But
97%
of climate scientists do say that it's a real thing. And it's caused by humans.
What the hell did you read about that on the internet? Fucking internet.
Millennials
Lazy, entitled little shit.
wouldn't know what a good hard day's work actually is. But what?
Well, every generation thinks that their successor is weak and entitled, but history tends to show that each generation is better than the last.
And our need to put them down is just a projection of our waning relevance and impending mortality.
Fucking internet.
Fucking shit.
Cyclists.
Apparently, traffic would be worse without them. Taxes?
Apparently they pay for roads in the military. Gay marriage.
Seems it's none of our business. Black Lives Matter.
They actually do.
Fucking internet! Well, I guess one day we'll both be dead.
That's true. That's true.
And the sun will explode and destroy literally everything on this planet.
And the universe itself will collapse in entropic heat death. And all concept of space, time, and life itself will cease to exist.
I guess there's no point to anything.
But, well, when a star dies, it gives away its life. Iron, calcium, nitrogen, oxygen, all of it spun out into the universe from the heart of an exploding star. The ingredients of life born of spectacular death. Perhaps it is that we're each a star unto ourselves, burning and raging, giving life and warmth, and then giving way to what mysterious and unknowable beauty may follow our demise.
You know what I hate? The fucking internet.
Fucking internet.